could I just say good morning to Isezaki Jun? Chris, could you
Isezaki Jun さん、おはようございます。
おはようございます。
UC からです。Good morning to you.
We are very honored and pleased and happy to be talking to you and to both of you. Thank you.
本当にお話ができてですね、嬉しい限りです。
はい、どうも。こちらこそです。
Thank you.
You look good. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
So I think the way we'll do this is Koichiro obviously speaks English. So we'll ask Chris if he's okay translating to and from Isezaki Sensei. And for Koichiro, unless he asks Chris, he can go ahead and speak in English. Is that okay, Chris? That works with you?
Yeah, very good.
Okay. So my first question would be to Isezaki Jun. Sensei, would you please share your perspective on being part of the historical of Bizen, and what does that actually mean to you?
まず伊勢崎潤さんにお願いしたいんですが、備前焼といいますか、備前の歴史の、一員でいらっしゃるわけですけれども、それはご自身にとってはどういう意味を持つんでしょうかね。
はい。備前焼というのは800年という長い歴史を持っているわけですが、その最先端で私は今仕事しているということで、先輩たちの築き上げてきたものを引き受けて、それを引き継いで、その上に自分なりのものを付け加えて、それで後の世代にそれを引き継ぎ、中継ぎとして引き継ぐと、そういう役割を持っているものだと思っています。
I think of myself as someone who is passing on a history which comes in Bizen as long as 800 years ago. I have received from my predecessors all of the work that they have done and their influence. And the things that they have built. And I now am building on that to add my own expression, which I then am passing on to the future generations.
Thanks, Chris. Sensei, if you don't mind, I have another follow-up question to that. Would you please speak about what's the importance of clay in particular to Bizen? Why is
先ほどの質問のですね、フォローなんですけれども、もしよければ、備前焼にとってのですね、土の尊さ、重要さ、についてですね、少しコメントいただければと思います。
私がやってる伝統工芸という仕事なんですけれども、その伝統的な素材や技術を大切に思ってやってるわけですよね。そしてその制作したものが今日を生きる私たちの精神に訴える表現となればいいと思っているわけです。
ごめんなさい、今日生きている私どもにとってそれが
まあ素材っていう。
Okay, so we are. The tradition is one which includes the job I'm doing is working in the field of a traditional craft. And that craft it consists of traditional, not only materials, but also techniques that have been passed down. So I am expressing myself today using those traditional techniques and crafts and materials.
So I guess, I mean, that isn't exactly the question, but anyhow, the clay was something that I wanted.
っていうよりもですね、土そのものに関してお伺いしたかったんですけども、焼きの。
まあ、備前には広い土地があって、その各地からいろんな土が出てくるわけですよね。同じものが全部ないわけです。だから作り手はその土の素材の特性をうまくつかみながらそれぞれの表現をその中に入れていくというそういうやり方をとっているわけですね。だから素材に目指しているということが大事なんです。
So this Bizen is quite an actually large area, and there are, in fact, many different types of clay here in Bizen. It's not all uniform at all. And so the art is, the work of the creator also includes taking the maximum advantage of the different characteristics and properties of those various clays. So I think that making the most of the material itself is a very key point in Bizen Yaki, Bizen pottery.
Okay, yeah, that was the question, the answer I was looking for. And also, I think a little later, Koichiro, maybe you'll be able to reference perhaps a clay in particular that you choose for some of your work. We'll get to that later on. My actual next question is for Koichiro. So, Koichiro, can you please tell us what are the similarities between the work of you and your father? And then after that, can you please tell us what distinguishes the differences of both of your work?
Okay, we use almost the same clay, almost the same firing, and I guess a similar attitude to material, which is a very physical sensibility. Also, the similar part, but also our attitude makes a difference because we have different personality and sensibility, just like anybody else. So that's a difference.
Okay, good. So another question for you, Koichiro. What's it like living and working in the same compound as your father, who is a living national treasure? Do you feel pressure or inspiration? Is it like, do you have any kind of feeling like there might be a bar set for you to achieve living and working in this situation?
Well, I am given many opportunity because of Jun. I truly appreciate that. But I do not feel any pressure from my situation. I do and will do feel inspiration from Jun. Or maybe I should say that keep learning something from Jun. Jun never teaches things even to his apprentice, or they are around there now. Okay. But so it really depends on me. It's not simple, but it's like I am able to keep watching my mentor up close. I think this is same as apprenticeship. I learned many things from Jeff, and I'm still learning, even though he says nothing to me. Well, apprenticeship is no longer popular, but I believe this way should not be ignored as a human activity and a relationship between people. And I do not see any bar to achieve. If there is a bar to achieve, it is inside me. But to me, digging down deep into myself is more real. It's not like over the bar.
Okay, that's actually a great answer to the question. Thanks. I was going to ask another question about apprenticeships in Japan, particularly learning by intuition, by doing, by watching, not by intellect, having to be told what to do, taking notes on things. Can you just very, very briefly speak to that about apprentices, what's expected? Not a long explanation, but kind of the difference between learning at school, say, and learning through intuitively learning as an apprentice.
Okay. Chris, can you help me?
はいはいはい。ですね、要するに、学
I
校と
got
かだ。
question. I got question.
Okay, okay. Oh, you're going to answer in Japanese. どうぞ。はいはい。
弟子、徒弟制度というか、弟子にいるのは、とても大事なのは、弟子にいる間だけでいいんですけど、その自分がどうしたいかっていうのは、 一回違うところに置いといて、とにかく今自分がいる仕事場の先生がどういうことを考えてるかで、どういうものを今から作りたいかを考えて準備をしておく。で、そういうことを先生はあんまり細かいことを教えないんですけど、でもそれをずっと考え続けるのはとてもいいトレーニングになるんで、それは、僕は弟子を辞めてから気がついたんですけど、とてもすごく役に立つトレーニングです。
What I am going to tell you about the apprenticeship system, or what it means to be an apprentice, is something which I noticed, figured out after I was no longer an apprentice. But I think that it's a very important thing. And this applies maybe only during the period when you are an apprentice. What is important is not to be thinking so much about what you, the apprentice, want to accomplish or make or do. It's to focus on what the teacher is trying to do, what the teacher is thinking about, what the teacher wants to make, what do we need to prepare for the teacher. The teacher doesn't really do a lot of teaching of details, but this process of thinking about what the teacher needs, what the teacher wants, is itself extremely good training, which has served me well afterwards.
Great. Yeah, great answer. Nice, really nicely done, Chris, too, for translation. Thanks.